And we have an official upset alert. The sleepy giant with rockets. Clara Tauson taking on Linda Noskova. As always, this video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and the Digital Millennium Act. This first set was very entertaining. We pick up here as Linda Noskova came out with a break, and she would have several opportunities to take the first set. But the hard-hitting Clara Tauson from Denmark would not quit. I loved her mental focus. I loved her fight in this match. Now, listen, guys. Last year, Clara Tauson did not play Dubai. In fact, she was playing lower-level tournaments, and she went to San Diego. While Linda Noskova, after Doha, she just packed it in and got ready for the Indian Wells. But fast forward to this year, both of these ladies playing solid tennis. Let's start with Linda. She's here after taking out Yulia Putintseva. I told you she'd win that match. Diana Snyder, big game Jessie P. She only dropped one set so far, and that came to Diana. That went 3 in the second round. While the hard-hitting Clara Tauson from Denmark, ladies and gentlemen, took out Rebecca Shramkova. Svitolina in 3. A match that Svitolina probably should have won. Arena Sabalenka hits hard, disposed of her in straight sets. And what's up with the big 3? All of them eliminated. We're going to have a new champion here in Dubai, ladies and gentlemen. Last year, that's right, we recall Jasmine Polini. That's right, taking on Anna Kalinskaya. That was an amazing match. I told you guys, watch out for Jasmine Polini. I don't think anyone believed that she would become so good. I think a lot of people just thought she was on the lower end of that Italian lineup, right? I mean, let's just go back, flashback. We had Camilla Giorgi, who was probably regarded as that best Italian player, and we're going back 2 to 3 years, right? We had Lucia Bronzetti, who was winning tournaments, right? We had Martina Trevisan, who was also winning tournaments. An amazing performance at the French Open a few years back when Leylah Fernandez injured her leg. I felt Leylah would have won that match. Martina picked up a ton of points. No one was checking for, we even had Elizabeth. No one was checking for Jasmine Polini but me, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. I told you guys, she would come out and she would take this tour by storm, and she would win last year's Dubai Open WTA 1000, pick up a huge game check, $1 million, 1,000 points, climb the rankings, make the WTA finals, make the SW19 final, make the French Open final. Where, look, guys, amazing performance, right? But this year, we're going to have a new champion. Who's it going to be? Now, Linda Noskova, she recently lost to Clara Tauson at the Australian Open. She would come into this match nearly a 2-1 favorite, and I'm looking at this like, I don't think so, ladies and gentlemen. Very comparable style. Tauson's ranked 38th on the World Tour. Linda came into this match ranked 35th. Tauson's going to probably break the top 20 when it's all said and done because she's going to be very tough to stop. They played at the Australian Open. Look, last month, literally, it went 3 sets. Noskova won the first set. Tauson showed great mental toughness, great physical effort, as she would win the second set 6-3 and 6-4, and Tauson would come out with rockets after being down early. Linda Noskova would have an opportunity to win the first set, and Tauson would not stop fighting. I loved her mental fight. Even after pulling up here, it looked like she was injured a little bit. She would force the first set into a tiebreak. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, backed by 5 aces in the first set, winning 77% of Linda Noskova's second serves, Clara Tauson would come back, take the first set, and the second set would get even worse, ladies and gentlemen, as Clara Tauson would heat up, find her range, and win 81% of her first serves. Yeah, she was a little puzzled there early on in the match, but she pulled it together, and I just felt Linda Noskova had a mental collapse, ladies and gentlemen. She would have won the first set if she would have just stuck to her guns, but the second set got even worse as her first serve points won would drop, losing 63% of those. And listen, guys, her second serve points won, losing 43% of those. And Clara Tauson is headed to the next round. That's a baby Jordan fist pump, much like Mira Andreeva. That's right, guys. Clara Tauson advances. I love her tiny, she's so powerful. I love her tiny fist pump. She advances here. That's right, guys. She's gonna have a spot here in the quarterfinal. She's gonna take on either Muhova or Sorana Cirstea. I think that's going to be a good match coming up. Very, very tough style against Sorana Cirstea because she really prevents a lot of passing shots because she kind of keeps opponents in no man's lands. She plays her best tennis inside the baseline. She's heavy on the backhand. She's putting so much pressure on the return shots that the passing shots, they're not really going to be there as she's stepping up. She makes you really go toe-to-toe for her, and we saw that against Alicia Parks. We saw that against Dasha, and we saw it yesterday against Emma Navarro, who had a very comparable style. So we're going to see, guys, will it be Muhova or Sorana Cirstea? I can tell you one thing, whoever faces Clara Tauson, they're going to have to deal with her rackets. She literally puts opponents on the back foot. Her freaking forehand stretches the court. She's so powerful. It's so long. It's so deep. I'm a huge fan of Clara Tauson. And guys, the trivia, go check out the trivia the other day. What Canadian player lost to Clara Tauson in the Junior Australian Open Slam final? Was it Bianca Andreescu or was it Leylah Fernandez or Jeannie Bouchard? Comment below, guys. Tennis in a Minute. We'll be back. Clara Tauson advances a great victory, guys. Great mental and physical toughness. It looked like she was injured, but she kept fighting. We'll be back, guys.